Hey, Eli here from Xbox Enthusiast. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Kick and Fennick for the Xbox One. After about 2 minutes of play, I unlocked my first 60G achievement in Kick and Fennick. Immediately, I thought that this downloadable title would be that kind of game, the one that people really only play to up their gamer score. However, as I progressed through this $15 downloadable title, I realized that I may have been too soon to judge this book by its cover. Kick and Fennick is a fun and lighthearted puzzle platforming game that gamers will enjoy spending a few hours losing themselves in. Players take control of Kick, a little boy who awakens from a long sleep. Shortly after beginning the game, Kick comes across a large rifle, which becomes his main projectile. However, this weapon is not used to shoot others. Instead, the recoil from this rifle is used for Kick to jump around levels. Firing a shot propels the character upwards, and players can fire twice to launch themselves a second time for a double jump. Although somewhat unorthodox, the rubber band-like feel of the game is crisp and responsive. After a little bit of getting used to, I was slinging myself from platform to platform. The game also introduces a shooting mechanic after a few levels of play. Point the rifle one way and take out an enemy. Point the rifle the other way and use the recoil to launch yourself upward. These two mechanics complemented each other really well, and it felt terrific to go from destroying enemies to platforming and back. It felt fluid. The game introduced new mechanics gradually throughout play, which livened up the later levels. Some levels had a unique gravity mechanic, for example, that influenced the way I had to aim and time my jumps. In other levels, there were water segments, and in contrast to other water levels in other games, the ones within Kick and Fennick were actually pretty fun. The developers were able to take such a simple yet unique gameplay mechanic and twist it up in several ways to keep the gameplay consistently fresh. During certain segments of the game, Kick is given a special power to make his blaster substantially stronger than before. In these sections, the blasts were quicker and would carry Kick a farther distance. However, when the power would go away, Kick felt a lot more held back. It was strange that the developers would give me an awesome power just to take it away for certain levels. The game would have perhaps been more fun if the faster launching mechanic stayed throughout the game. At the end of each of the 5 compelling worlds was a rather underwhelming boss battle. Not only were the boss battles easy to complete, but the boss was identical in each world. The developers recycled the same character while attempting to switch up the strategy of each battle. Sadly, the strategy for each boss was unremarkable, and as a result, the battles were forgettable. Another issue that popped up from time to time was the camera's orientation. In some segments, the game would zoom out and would give the player a wider perspective. While I understand why the developers might have chosen such a design choice, the wide perspective ultimately led to difficulties to seeing my character at times. I'm not blind by any stretch of the imagination, but when there is so much going on screen at once, it is easy to get lost in what's going on. Unfortunately, Kick and Fennick's fun campaign comes to an end after just a few short hours. After completing the campaign, players can go back to find collectible gear in each level or play through the game on a hard difficulty. However, there really isn't much of a draw to stick around for a long period of time. Overall, Kick and Fennick is a lighthearted and fun adventure for those seeking a shorter platforming experience. The controls are unique and the mechanics introduced are fun to play around with. It would have been nice if the game were a bit longer and the boss battles were a tad more exciting, but those that pick up Kick and Fennick will surely enjoy their run through this downloadable adventure. Thanks guys for watching, we all really appreciate it. If you liked the review, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.